Welcome, and this is the Allure for More. And of course, I'm your girl, Reneka Moore, and we have the amazing, multi-talented Donnie Bolden Jr. Okay?
What's up? What's up?
Yes, and you guys know, as we do on every episode, we have the more bets. Are you nervous, Donnie?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
He's just being honest. He got to be honest, huh?
I don't know what's going on, but we're going to see.
All right. Go ahead and pull. Let's see what fate has for him. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, hey, y'all know I be writing. I don't write the best. I already see it in his face. Like, oh, what is she saying on here?
Okay. I'll answer the first part of that question.
Okay.
My wife, Cheryl Bolden.
Oh, okay. So the question is, who's your best friend? And that's his wife, Miss Sherry Bolden. Yes. Yes. I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. See, it wasn't too bad, right?
It wasn't too bad.
Okay.
I got the ending of it was a little scary.
Okay. So we went with the first part. Understood. So you guys, I know you guys want to get into know who Mr. Donnie Bolden Jr. is. This guy has been singing, a musician for years, multifaceted, actor, comedian, and let me tell you, the list goes on and on. So I'm going to give him the floor and let him introduce himself.
Well, what's up, everybody? I'm so happy to be a part of this.
Thank you.
Such an awesome host right here. I mean,
oh, wow.
Look, like she said, I've been doing this for a while. God has been so good to me. God has been so awesome to me. Every door that He has opened, and the people that I've ran across, even when you was talking about the acting and singing. Of course, it started off in church, and it's still in church.
The foundation, man. That foundation, bro.
Right. So, started off in church when I was young, and wrote my first song at the age of 8 years old. And I just knew it was in me. You know, my mom prophesied over me when I was a little boy, and said that I would play every instrument I put my hands to. And it happened. You know, everything I basically put my hands to. You know, of course, I had to perfect the gift, but the gift was in me, and so I've been doing it ever since, and it's just been an awesome ride.
And then clearly you love it because you said just from the age of 8, your mom prophesied over you saying, hey, you're going to play every instrument. Now, I know, like, as a child, in my mind, I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm forced to do it. But you found love behind it, passion, and built a career from doing that. That's amazing to me.
Yes.
And I know you said at the age of 8, you've been writing for years and years and years. So tell us about your journey into music. You know, how did everything come into fruition for you?
Well, actually, when I knew that I wanted to do music was actually when I sat at the piano. I sat up at a piano, 8 years old, and the song was called "Jesus Is the Light of My Life."
Oh, wow.
And I just began to play, and the words just began to come to me. It was like, I knelt down beside my bed, and I began to bow my head and ask the Lord, and whatever. And,
and you wrote this song at age
8 years old. 8 years old. And at our church, real talk, at our church, we didn't have like musicians at the time, so we didn't have real instruments.
Okay.
But we had an upright piano. It's set up in the corner at the church. It was tore up, and I just,
missing keys.
You know, I went from there to playing actually a chair.
Okay.
We didn't have drums.
Okay.
So the back part of the chair was my cymbals, and the C part was actually my snare. Like, true story.
A chair.
And
what kind of, was it a wood chair?
Wood chair.
A wood chair, okay.
So what I would do, I would place the paper on the chair. It's this crazy. Like, I would place a piece of paper on the chair to make it have a different sound. And that's how we...
Wow.
True story. Yeah.
Wow, I would have never thought. Wow, okay.
Then eventually we got drums, thank God. Hallelujah.
Yeah. But you made do with that wooden chair.
Made it work. Made it work.
Oh my! Yeah. I need more. Tell us more. So age 8, and then how was it through your teenage years? Like, how did you kind of skill? Did you take band?
I took piano lessons. Okay. But it was only for a short moment. My attention span wasn't there. A lot of people don't know this about me. I was actually an active kid. I like to say, I don't like to say bad. But we're
going to say active. I like that. Nice words. Yeah. Nice words.
So I was very active and always doing something stupid. But I went to piano lessons, but I just couldn't take it. It was just like too much. It was overwhelming. Like, it's just too slow. I wanted it to be faster. And, her name was Miss Joyce. Never forget her name. And she taught me a few lessons. But I kind of knew already. I just didn't know the theory side. Like, I could play by ear. I just didn't know the theory side. So once that all came about, as I got older, I went from playing the piano to playing the drums. And then from playing the drums, I ended up having to play the bass because the bass player I had left at the time. He had another job that he had to move away, and I had to end up hopping on bass.
Okay,
that's how I learned how to play the bass. I just was in church, just
wow.
Yeah. So that's how it all came about. That's my love for music. What music did to me, like when I would hear it, it was just something.
It's a feel, right? It really. Man, now I have a question. Do you believe music makes the world go round? You ever heard that saying?
I believe it does, but of course God makes the world go round. Right? But I believe music does, because when you look back in the Bible, the most beautiful angel in heaven, he had music on the inside of him, was Lucifer. And God loved Lucifer. He loved that angel. And his life was based around music. And I believe that music is so powerful. Music changes lives. Like, moods.
Your moods. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like listen to music. Certain music give you a certain vibe. Certain feeling. Wow.
Exactly. It's crazy what music does. Like, so it does in your function when you're on your way to work, when you get up in the morning, when you're about to go to bed, you hear music. Music is everywhere. So music technically does make the world go around.
Oh, now let's get. I know music, but I know I talked about him also being a comedian, multifaceted. But we gonna get into his music. Y'all gonna get a snippet of his music. Don't worry. But this dude has just a little. How you say it in Spanish? Poquito? I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Around there, huh? But you guys, he is amazing. He's also a comedian, and he did a few plays as well. Like, he's being humble right now, you guys, but he has really done. He's multi-talented. Like,
yeah. Well, when you talk about the acting side, to be honest with you, I almost love that just as much as music. Because acting is. Like, it's just a fun thing for me. Like, I've got a chance to be in a couple of movies. Actually,
amazing, yes.
Yeah, like, I mean, a couple of plays. Like, so that's what I actually really want. I want to be the next Denzel. You know what I'm saying?
Give me some. Receive it. Speak it.
Because I got the looks already. I need the money. That's the thing I need, the money.
Okay, you know sign his check.
So I love acting, man. I love it. Like, my mom actually wrote a play called Freed by the Blood. And when I tell you it was such a powerful play, it changed many people's lives, and actually got a good buzz, like, in our community. I mean, we filled, if you're familiar with Appleville High, we actually filled the whole stadium. That's the first time that ever happened. Not stadium, the auditorium. Yeah, and that I've seen something to that magnitude.
Here in that magnitude. Right. And where you're rooted at. Wow, that's wow.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. It was awesome. So yeah, I love acting too. Comedy.
Gotta love comical, you know.
If Ice Cube or anybody y'all see this video, hey, holla at your boy.
Okay.
Donnie B.
Donnie B. Okay. Yes. And you guys, I know you guys just waiting. You're on your seat. I want to hear more. You heard a little snippet of him earlier. Jesus, the light of my life. But we are going to go now and listen to a snippet of his song.
Let's go.
Okay.
When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. When times get rough, yes, and friends just can't be found like a bridge over troubled waters. Yes, I will lay me down. And when you're down and out, and when you're on the street, when the evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. Yes, and I'll take your part. Yeah, when darkness comes, oh, and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled waters. Yes, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled waters. Yes, I will lay me down.
Now, also, I do know you've worked with or fellow artists like Megan Robin, Cupid. So tell me about those experiences with working with them as well.
Man, I mean, let's talk about Q.
Okay.
Man, I met Q when I used to sing with this group called the Sons of Thunder. Back in
Yes.
the day. I don't know if you
I
ever
heard
heard
of
of those guys.
No, I haven't heard, but I've recently just heard, just doing my,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
doing deeper research on you. Because I was like, dang, this dude is amazing. And then going back, because you was on BET.
Yeah.
You were on BET with
Gospel
the group.
Grooves back
Wow.
in the Gap. We actually shot our video of a song called His Name is Jesus in Dallas, Texas, in Kirk Franklin's studio.
Oh, wow. I know that was just...
Oh, my God. I was so excited.
Yes, I know you.
I was
I
like,
know you
when we
was.
going to meet Kirk Franklin? And
Yes.
he was like, he ain't nowhere.
Yeah, this is studio. This is studio. Yeah.
Yeah, so so I was singing with a group called the Sons of Thunder, and we went to this talent show.
Mm-hmm.
And man, we saw this group. I believe their name was Fifth Element at the time. Cupid, Fifth Element, I think it was, and it was 5.
So he was in the group too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where Kill come from.
Okay.
And when I tell you, them boys got up there and they began to sing with them. I think they sung Shy. I don't know if you ever heard of Shy. It was a song, the very first time when I saw your eyes.
Yes.
And boys,
see, I didn't know the name of the song, but I know that melody.
Yeah.
You know?
So they came and they killed you.
Wow.
So we went up, and that's when we became friends. We was like, man, I say, man, I like what you're doing, and boom, boom, boom. And over time, we just became cool, and he went on to do his thing, the Cupid Shuffle. Y'all know that?
I know about that.
And, yeah.
Man, I played that song out.
Oh, everybody
did. That's still probably at the family reunions, family weddings, like.
It's everywhere.
Everywhere. It's still going strong from 10 plus years ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I saw that boy in Tokyo, the biggest line dance ever. It was like, 100,000, 200,000 people doing the Cupid Shuffle in Tokyo. Yeah. It was Tokyo somewhere in Asia. Somewhere. Yeah. And
you recently, not so much recently, but you had a song as well with Cupid.
Yeah. Yeah. Called Higher.
Yes.
I mean, we shot the video at Progressive Baptist Church in Lafayette, and I'm talking about this song was really.
So this was in Lafayette. Wow. Okay. I love how you guys give back to the community. Or you don't forget about where you guys come from, and I think that's amazing. You still come back no matter how successful you guys are. You still feed back into your community.
Yeah,
I love that.
You have to. You can't forget. You can't forget where you come from, because they are the ones that help build your character. You know? And you can't forget where you come from. I hate that when people do that.
Don't forget. I know you.
Don't forget where you come from. For
no,
real.
Wow.
Right. Honor them,
Yes.
Because when, even myself, I've learned there were times when I went trial for The Voice. I went trial for Sunday Best. I didn't go as far as I would have liked to, but it was a good experience. But I see how those people support and support one another. I saw people there with like groups of people that just came to support them, and it's such a good thing to understand where you come from and those people that sacrificed their time to support you, man. Because
time is so valuable, and sometimes it'd be a lot of people that you don't even know that's supporting you, see what you're doing. Right. They are for you, and that's an amazing feeling just to look out and see people here cheering you on and. Right. Donnie,
let's go.
Screaming, man.
Yeah.
So how have you nurtured, I know through the pandemic and everything like that, how have you nurtured, because I know you have a new project, so how have you really continued to nurture your craft throughout this time?
Well, let's talk about the project just right quick.
Yeah, we want to know about this project, baby.
So we're looking at November 12th for pre-order. And November 19th, hopefully, it's going to drop November 19th.
There you go.
After that, I'm going to drop an EP. Some other songs that I'm working on. I'm not going to give all what's going on yet, but it's coming, I promise y'all. And with that being said, during the pandemic, that was a hard time for me, because I was so used to singing everywhere. And I had a situation happen to me. My back gave out on me right before the pandemic hit. So I was actually bedridden.
Oh wow!
And we still were having church. That was up in 2019. And man, I remember I used to come through that door and I would just sit and couldn't move, but I hear everybody having church and it was like the roughest time, because all I knew was singing. All I knew was praising God and giving God praise. And so what it did, it actually helped me understand how important my gift is. Helped me understand how important singing is to me and what God has given me through this life. You know what I'm saying? So
even with this, you made sure that you were present here.
Right.
It didn't matter if your back was hurting. You made sure you was present.
I pressed. And like I said, it was just so rough. That was a rough time for me during the pandemic, because what it did was, God actually allowed all of us to really have some personal time. It shut me down with a lot of stuff, and it just opened up my heart more. Like, man, I look at things totally different. So it's kind of like when my mom passed in 2017. That was the hardest time in my life. Like, and we was talking about music earlier. I remember I was struggling. I couldn't even hear a melody. I couldn't even hear a song. Like, I couldn't even write because it hurt so bad. But God healed me through that. He showed me and brought me closer to Him. And look, man, I want you to rely on me, and I want you to trust me through it all.
And that's what you did, and look where you are now. And guess what? You got your music, you got your juices, you got your clarity and everything that you needed. We had to go through this time in order to be where we are now. In order to learn what we learn. You know, God teaches us in different ways, and we don't understand it in the moment, but we understand it now. You know, and appreciative and humbled by God's movement through you.
For real.
Now.
For real. And it actually, to answer your question in totality, it actually made me who I am this moment. Going through the pandemic, where I am, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Like, it's just a different place I'm in. I believe before that I wasn't. I believe I was grateful, but it just did something to me. And now when I sing, I laid it all on the line before, but now when I sing, it's just something different. I'm fighting for something. So,
and you're in the moment now. You're more so in the moment.
There you go.
Well, I know. I get it. I get it. So, oh my gosh, Donnie. Woo! What a word. What a word. So, yes.
Grateful.
Yes, grateful. And Donnie, I want to tell you thank you so much for taking your time to sit with me and share with my viewers your talent and your story, because it's necessary. It's needed to hear. It's needed to hear. And as I do on every episode, we're gonna give you the floor to give a toast or say anything that you want the viewers to know, whatever's on your heart.
Well, once again, I just want to thank God for my sister here just coming, hang out with me, and even allowing me to be on her show, because I heard a lot about her. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? You know, she's doing her thing. But I just want to encourage everybody, man, just keep pushing, keep pressing, no matter what. You keep pushing and keep pressing. My journey, which I'm sure a lot of people's journey is different, but my journey is the testament of a lot of people that actually goes through the same thing. You're wondering why, you're wondering how, and you're wondering when. Just continue to trust God and continue to push. Don't stop, because people want you to stop, first of all. The devil wants you to stop, because there's something that's in you that needs to be heard and needs to be seen. And there are people that need to be encouraged by your ministry, by your life, by your testimony. So I would tell everybody, just keep pushing. I say it all the time. Keep pushing, keep pressing, keep praying. God bless you.
Yes, and you heard it from him, Shugs.
Yeah, we're going to sip on that.
Yes, okay.